Okay, so the inside of a Discovery is very, very straightforward. We've got the sinks, we've got the hob, toilet, fridge, pop-up roof. So when you get to site, you want to open up the roof, which is what I've done now. So let's put it down front and back. When you do put it down, just make sure that the fabric doesn't get caught in the mechanism. And it's very straightforward. Simply latch, pull it down from all the corners. I do opposites first, and just do it with all of them. Then the opposite to open. So I always do one side at a time to make it easier. So we've got a hob, we've got a 2-burner hob. You need a gas match, so you need to make sure the gas is on. And you have to press and hold it in for 5 seconds or so for it to stay alight. And obviously once you finish cooking, just put your hand over the hobs after a few minutes and make sure you've definitely turned it off before you bring the glass lid down, or that will shatter. When the pump's connected, you've got your taps. Literally they just work, simple as that. Sink plug for this one, and in the toilet room it's a tipsy. So to use it with this sink here, this sink actually does come out if you want to. You work the tap and then you very slowly tip it up to drain it away. While I'm here, I'll show you the toilet. So to use the toilet, we have to open it. So pull the handle over to flush it. Press the flush button. Once you've used the toilet, another flush, wait a few seconds and then close it. It's very important you close it. If you do accidentally leave it open, you won't be able to take the cassette out on the outside. And then we've got the light over here as well. So try to keep this light off if you can, because it's got halogen bulbs in and they do get very hot. The lights inside, apart from that, are all LEDs and they simply work off of the switches on the light itself. Okay, then we've got the fridge. So we've got a travel catch on the fridge to stop it coming open. And when you're not using it, you can put it on an outer catch point to keep the airflow going around it. And to use the fridge, we've got mains, battery from the car and gas, and off at the top. So mains, you simply flick it onto the plug if you've got the hookup coming in, and that's it. All you have to do, you've got the temperature stat on the right hand side. To work on the car, you flick the battery and the engine has to be running, and bottom one is gas. So if you've got no hookup, you flick it onto gas. We then move over to this side here on the right. Now this here is a flame indicator because they've no longer got the holes, the spy holes in the fridge to look through. It's done on this. And to light it, we have to press the thermostat in to release the gas and hold the auto sparker down. Once it's alight, the needle starts moving up, as you can see here, but you have to keep your finger on the stat for about 10 seconds for it to stay alight. So once it gets up into the green like it is now, you let go. So that's staying up in the green now, so that's alight. If that had started to drop back off again, it hasn't stayed alight. So nice and straightforward. Let's turn that one off. Then we've got in the wardrobe, we do have the awning light switch in here. We've got storage under both these front seats. On the seat on the same side as where your hookup goes in, under here we do have some 240 volt trips, and under there we've got the leisure battery located as well. Apart from that, we've got blinds on the front and back windows. You don't get, on the side you don't get the blinds and nightshades because they don't open, they're fixed. You just get a curtain, but the front and back obviously do open up. So let me just demonstrate those to you. So first things first, we've got a nightshade. Nightshade, to move, you squeeze the handle in the middle like that to release it. You then bring it all the way down and that then clicks in to the fly screen. And then if you wanted the fly screen, I then go back to the top to put the fly screen out. To release it, do one side at a time and just be very careful with this one. Bring it down very slowly. And obviously to open up the windows is self-explanatory, but you literally just tighten them up like so. Any 240 volt sockets in the Freedoms only work when you're hooked up to mains. We've got storage in all these lower cupboards, storage in the top cupboards as well. Now finally, in the Discovery, to make the bed, basically it's a double bed here, and the back cushions go in the middle, and you have to use the table as the base. To do that, at the back there's 2 buttons. You have to press it down like so. That then enables us to lift it off this rail. I then slowly tilt it up on the slider on the leg. You pull it downwards, that locks it up. And then as you can see here, what happens is it sits on the wood and on the metal like so. It's obviously easy to do this if you physically do lift all the cushions out the way. And then it goes onto the metal there like so. And then cushions, both cushions literally drop in to make up the bed. Now when you make it back into a table again, put it on the rail like so, bring the leg back down again, and then if these buttons don't pop up, you make sure you push them up from underneath, because otherwise it's loose. So you can push it upwards from the underside to lock it back in. Now while I'm just on this front area, I'm just going to quickly have a look. Just show you something under here, just so you're aware. So we've got ledge battery, we've got the main fuse here. And then on this model, because we've got the mover, we've got the move box, so we've got the silver battery charger, and under here we've got the 240 trips. And that is it.